Well, guys, I have a real treat for you. A year ago, I decided I wanted to really do a better job at my garbage day videos, and that meant I wanted to wait and include how I use the stuff I find in the garbage. Well, after a whole year, this one massive haul of good stuff, tools and supplies, I now can show how I used it. And I believe I got some shears. I think I got this drill bit. I got this drafting board, which I've shown in videos. Various chains. Some tools that I've restored in other videos. All from this one haul. Several basins. Actually, these have been almost the biggest boon for me because they're great for organizing things. They're great for mixing mortar. Really great for mixing mortar. And there's even little things that I pulled from this haul, like this funnel. Well, here's the video clip from a year ago of me stumbling upon this stuff and calling Theis really quick, like, here, get the car over here. We need to get this stuff. And then now, I'm gonna start preparing the outro for the video. And maybe I'll lay out all the stuff that I recall getting from this. We can go over how I actually put this to good use. The best example is this. This plastic basin that I got from that, this is my go-to mortar mixing basin. I love this thing. Well, here's a video clip. I was just riding my bike and I found all this stuff. A D-handled shovel and tons of slides. Look at this. And wood. What is this? I dig deeper, and oh, do the rewards come in. I'm gonna have to go through this, take a little moment to make sure I got everything. Because I think today's trash day. No, tomorrow's trash day, okay. We have an air station. Black & Decker. I can actually use that. Wire brush. And hey, a lot of this stuff, after just a few seconds of work, can be saved. Can these be saved? Hey, they still work, okay. Look at this saw. So eaten up. This is like one, this was made in Philadelphia, if I understand right. It looks like this was owned by somebody named Parker. And look, it appears like he's dead because brothers, letters from his brother are even in one of the boxes, Roy. Yeah. And so it's like, oh, that's a shame. But there's so many good things that I want to make sure I find a good use for. Well, that was nice. We met a local, very friendly. Marietta, yeah. So, where was I? Right, so thank you for putting some of the stuff away already. I need to get going to True Value to get stuff, but because I'm helping with the Subfusion restaurant. I haven't looked through any of these yet, but it looks like the guy who the stuff belonged to, looks like he was like in World War II or something like that. Maybe Vietnam. But if I remember right, I think there was a bunch of letters from his brother to him that it's kind of sad. It's one of those times where, once again, you adopt somebody's collection of things and you get a sense of who they were. And although I didn't have much time to look through this stuff, I did see that it's letters from his brother that he sent to him from the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. And oh man, there's so many tools in here. And I think it's just always good to be respectful of that. So Mr. Thomas, I think it was. Mr. Thomas, thank you very much for all the tools. And I just, it's a somber affair, but it's also a thankful affair, if that makes sense.
Was it Thomas or was it Parker?
Parker? Let me see.
I would like to
Maybe it's Parker. Maybe it's Thomas Parker. I mean, I guess it'd be fine to show, right?
I suppose.
So I believe that was the guy, Walt Parker, and because he has lots of realtor
Yeah.
sold signs. Looks like he was a realtor. And, maybe he's still alive.
Maybe.
Maybe. I hope he is. But usually whenever you see something like this, it's a bit after their life, Oh, that's funny. That's a coconut.
Huh. That's actually pretty cool.
Or something. Well, found more of these in there, and that's it. Thanks for all the help. Sorry for, I won't touch you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for driving over. Now I can actually go take the bike to True Value and get the stuff for the restaurant.
Yep.
Thank you. So yeah, that was a year ago, and once again, a friend, a neighbor, a relative, they pass on their belongings, and that becomes part of my workshop, part of my tools. So here is a part of my neighbor's legacy, some of the little stuff that he left behind of his workshop, and how it's been used over the past year. So I will say I can't recall if all of these came from that haul. For instance, I believe this wrench came from that haul. I could be wrong. Either way, this all came from the trash. And I can't recall if those goggles came or not. But I think this is the same hardware cloth. And there were a few consumables in the trash that I'm still using. Like, for instance, I've about used up the last of the red sandpaper in 2014, and the glue's about to go on that, and I can't recall if this was in there too. No, that was in a different one, so it's just the red stuff. And then I believe this was in there. I don't know if this will work, but it's still liquidy. This is actually pretty old because there's no website on there. I think I got that. I haven't used this drill bit yet, but this will be one of those things where it'll be really useful. I'm actually thinking this would be good for extruding plastic. I haven't cracked these locks yet, but I think they're cool. I've used this funnel a fair bit. There was a second funnel that I didn't record, but that is in a container of plaster because it happened to be about the right size for a scoop. And I'm perpetually down on scoops. I could use maybe a pack of 20 scoops, but I always want different sizes. Well, this one happened to be the right amount of size and a small enough hole that it worked great for scooping plaster. And so that's in one of my plaster buckets. I don't feel like getting that out. And this hardware cloth, I've used that to make some sieves. Now this needs no introduction. This little basin, or whatever you call it, by Hollywood Accessories. This, I just got done using it today. I literally did some mortar work. Again, this C-clamp, I put linseed oil on the threads, but that means it also sometimes sticks because the linseed oil will harden. Still though, it keeps it from being rusty. We clean that up with acid, Cincinnati Tool Co. And I found this endlessly useful. Oh, that's interesting. some of the tar from the roof dripped down and fell on that. That happens. Then, this was the first thing that caught my eye. Was this drafting table, this drafting tablet. And I went through a whole process, a whole video, scraping off the plastic from this. There was a whole bunch of tape on here. He used this a lot, I suppose, because there was tape everywhere. I got it cleaned up, back down to basics. I put cable on there that was a little bit too thick, but it's okay. I was able to use it for a few drawings, and I plan to get back to using it. I just haven't needed to make any drawings lately. This chain, well, let's be honest, I don't need the chain just yet, so I didn't clean it off too much more. But if I ever need it, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just drag it behind my bicycle down a gravel road. That'll clean it up in a jiffy. And then another restoration piece. I've actually used this for quite a bit. What a weird wrench. Such an interesting wrench. There's a few things that aren't here. I did clean up a few things and I threw some stuff away. I think there was some saw blades that were rusty. I just didn't really want those. But there was a compass, like a circle drawing compass set. Wow, I am getting sweat in my eyes. It burns. I gave that circle drawing compass to a friend, and he restored that and is using that. And man, my eyes are burning. I feel like there's probably 5 or 6 other things that I never really I can't recall what they were, but I use them. It's just that I didn't do a good enough job recording it in the moment. I didn't take any pictures of the spread afterwards, so I don't fully remember what the items were. But again, this is now another little selection that has become part of my workshop and my tool set and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for these items. I know he's dead now, but he's passed beyond. But still, I have to respect people that their parts of their collection have become my collection, because my workshop is the continuation of maybe 60 or 70 people's workshops, and yeah, there's something nice about that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video talking about how I found some stuff on the side of the road and I used it, and it keeps getting used. Thank you very much for watching, and see ya.